Hi there, my name's Donghua. This is episode 1 of Fucked Up Fridays, where I just talk about random things, about philosophy, about ideas, and about stories that people send me. So this is episode 1, and I hope you enjoy. So to start the series off, I'm going to tell you a story from my childhood. It's interesting, it's a little fucked up, and I think it'll set the tone very nicely for this series. So here we go. One of the things that I did a lot as a kid was I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? I played a shit ton of Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? Like, I would play that shit competitively. Like, I would go to regional tournaments and try to compete at, like, the nationals for Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? Like, this shit was serious to me. I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh because I had just moved to a new school, I really wanted some friends, and I wanted to fit in, so I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, if you've ever played this game or watched the show, you probably know about a character called the Dark Magician Girl. She is sort of the female fapping material to this series. And when I started playing this game, I bought my own shiny copy of this card for 20 bucks. I never used it because it was actually a really shitty card, but what I would use it for was I would take it into my bedroom every night and I would just stare at it. I would just intensely stare at it and fantasize about it and just enjoy my boner. Now, growing up, I didn't have like an iPod or a phone or anything like that, so I had to resort to other ways to satisfy my sexual curiosity. So what I did was I would just stare at this card, and then when I had a boner, I couldn't masturbate because my dick was still too small and I couldn't get the full hand around it. So what I did was I would just take the card and I would just rub it against my dick and just and I'd press the tip of my dick against like the face of the card, so like I could pretend like she was giving me a blowjob. Now, I never cleaned this card. I never really took care of it. I just after I did this, I just slipped it right back into the card sleeve, and I just left it there because it was my mark of love. You see, it was just my mark of love, the pre-cum that was crusted over the card. So fast forward a few months, I get more into this game. I become more competitive at this game, and I wanted to trade this card off because yes, it was like collectors and all that, but I wanted the new cards for my deck. I wanted cards that were actually useful. So I said to one of my friends, "Hey, do you want to buy this? I'll sell it to you." And he asked me how much, and I said to him, 20 bucks. That's how much I paid for it. And so he said, "Okay, sure. Let me look at the condition of this card." Now, remember, this was a few months later. And I didn't do this for very long. The dick rubbing thing, I didn't do it for very long because it wasn't really that fun. And when he took it out of the card sleeve, there was still a lot of pre-cum just crusted over the card. And when he saw that, he was trying to guess as to what it could possibly be. What is that? Is that vinegar? Did you put vinegar on this card? Now, this kid was a really good friend of mine. And make no mistake, when I was younger, I had very few good friends. All right, I had like maybe 1 or 2 per school that I attended. And I attended 7 different schools. I really wanted to tell this kid that it was my cum. But I couldn't tell him because I was laughing so hard. I was laughing at the fact that he had my semen on his nose. So as I'm on the ground laughing like a maniac, he brings another friend over and he's like, hey, can you confirm what is this? Tell me what that is. What do you think that is? Now, this kid, being a little more bold and a little more stupid, he takes this card, scratches it, and then tastes it. Now, I also want to warn this kid, don't do that because it's my semen and I don't want you ingesting that. But I couldn't tell him because I was laughing so fucking hard. So the kid tastes the semen and goes, yeah, that's vinegar. That's definitely vinegar. Now, I did want to tell them that he swallowed my pre-cum, but I couldn't because I didn't actually know what pre-cum was. I didn't really pay attention to sex ed. I just referred to my pre-cum as dick juice. So I felt really stupid trying to tell him, so I just didn't, right? And back to the kid who wanted to buy it. Now, the kid who wanted to buy this card said to me, okay, you have tarnished this card with vinegar, and I will not pay the full price. I will only give you $10 for it. And for some reason, I said to him, no, that vinegar right there, that is easily removable. You can scratch that shit right off, and it's easily disposable as well. So yeah, just go ahead and remove that. And that's exactly what he did. I watched as he scraped the rest of my pre-cum off that card, and he handed me $20 for it. So the lesson in this story is that if your friends absolutely don't need to know, you don't need to tell them.